multi-millionaire streamers who tell you to eat the rich. Through the voices of women whose job it is to cry on camera so pathetic men can fall in love through the screen.
Yeah, dude, you're never getting unbanned, big dog. I'm gonna be honest.
I gotta be. Yeah.
Like, what the it's because you're brain dead. Hasanabi comment on Adin Ross IG live. Get blackballed, lol. This is not even real, by the way.
Yeah, look at
I don't know why.
Look at the steak thing.
I don't know why they. Yeah, steak logo, fake image. Don't know why they even posted this. Like, what's the point of this? I guess it's like.
I think that's engagement farming.
Yeah. Undisclosed gambling ad. Additionally, the image is doctored. This is generational beef right here, dude. The Adin Ross needs to be unbanned. Meta is so obviously forced. I will say. Adin Ross wants to get unbanned from Twitch.
People say Jalen Brunson works the refs, but I don't think I've seen a guy try to work the refs harder than him in a minute.
Yeah, like after a year of like doing everything bad that you can possibly do, from having like out and about Holocaust deniers on actively, farming an entire community filled to the brim with neo-Nazis and shit. Now he's like, oh, can we please like unban me? I've changed my ways. And he apparently has like reached out to a bunch of like large Twitch streamers as well to try to actively get unbanned. And a lot of the FaZe boys are obviously on board with that. I think Sneako is also trying to do this as well after like 2 or 3 years of basically just doing like the absolute worst kinds of politics. Your Rage explains Twitch has been watching Adin Ross and is still banned on Twitch for a stream with Nick Fuentes. Yeah, like I don't understand. Like what is the expectation, dude? Like it's not even sniffing Andrew Tate's seat or whatever. Like all the meme. It's like, yeah, you until very recently were linking up and it's giving Clocky. How dare you? That's up. But hasn't it been 2 to 3 years though? Dog, what I'm talking about in terms of like him having Fuentes on didn't happen 3 years ago. It happened like a couple months ago. What are you talking about?
I also just like the idea of it's like it's been 2 or 3 years, man. Can't Adin Ross? Can't like, Adin Ross have grown?
Yeah. Also, I don't.
Adin Ross.
The thing is, like, I don't actually
that portrait for personal development everywhere.
I don't personally like. I want him to be a better person. Like I do. Why? I don't give a shit. Like I want him to be a better person. I want him to like actively try to become a better human being.
And rewarding somebody by giving them a megaphone again to go and use that is like not how they become a better person.
The problem is that like I think a lot of these dudes just don't have any sort of personal responsibility at all, where they just don't want to. They don't want to recognize that like it's not some grand conspiracy. This is a platform that's trying to make money, and obviously, as a platform that's trying to make money, even though you might have a sizable audience, right? They don't want the stink associated with like Holocaust denial, okay? And that's the thing that a lot of my haters don't understand. Where my haters would be like, "Well, Hasan is on the platform. Why the can't Adin be on the platform?" Not realizing that
Hasan
like,
doesn't open his mouth and sound like the Turner Diaries.
Yeah, not realizing that like no matter how much people try to force this like Hasan is anti-Semitic narrative, like adults, okay, not 14-year-olds who get their political worldview from watching like Ethan Klein or drama YouTubers, adults understand that that is not the case. That's the reason why the New York Times is not doing an article about like how much, and even though they themselves are very pro-Israel, even the New York Times doesn't go the distance and like write a article about how anti-Semitic I am. And that's why you only see it in like Fox News or slop papers like New York Post. You feel me? You understand? Adin last month.
Oh, guys, listen, I'm Jewish.
Sorry, I was like...
Sneako Daily. Sneako love speech.
Okay, I'll be real. Guys, listen, I'm Jewish. You guys know that. He was a great leader. What he did was wrong. I obviously so for real. What he did was killed innocent people. But like,
okay,
at the end
hold
of the day,
on.
like,
That's insane.
No, dude, getting tricked as a Jewish American into believing like wait, is that yours or is that mine? That's mine, right?
That's yours. That's mine.
Yeah. Getting tricked as a Jewish American adult into like pro
parents, like does his mother see this?
Sentiment is so funny. Like if this was a bit, it's hilarious, but it's not.
What I mean, like it's like his hat, like it's like
look at Sneako's face. Like even Sneako's like, what the?
My parents love me unconditionally. They're wonderful parents. They're lovely people. If I said that, they wouldn't talk to me again, and I would understand it. Yeah. That's insane. That's crazy.
He literally was awful at being a leader.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but like he lost
and he killed himself.
He topped himself. He was like twitching. He was on speed. He was like also like he was kind of like a baby everybody feted for like the last few years of his, even in the war. Like he thought he was a general. He was a terrible general. Like
right wingers love loser shit, bro. They can't let it go. They're like, oh, the Confederacy. It's like, bro, that went, dude. The McRib has had more staying power than the Confederacy. You just gotta let it go at some point. Stop being a loser, dog. Say the Nazis. Like I don't understand it. They're like, no, it'll rise again. No. You okay? Well, I guess
also like
technically it is rising again.
Well, yeah. Well, and like the Hitler thing is like it's just I mean it's just ignorance. Like in the most like true essential like that is an ignorant person with ignorant attitudes and ignorant ideals and like he sees the world in a disgusting way. So yeah, keep that banned for like I don't know aeons.
I just don't like
when
if
they
he
pull
wasn't
out the Ark of the Covenant.
The thing is if he wasn't doing this, then like. If this was, I don't know, like 3 years ago, and he is like actively been like, yeah, I'm so sorry about all that I said. It was really dumb of me. I learned, I was a young 24-year-old or whatever. But it's like, what are you doing? I want him to rehabilitate. I want him to not be a dickhead. I want him to not have opinions like this. Okay. But it's just crazy where he's like, no, please let me in on Twitch. I saw the same shit with Sneako. He's trying to get unbanned too. He's like, I did a lot of stuff. Okay. The fucked up stuff is like defending pedophilia. like, what do you mean?
I mean, it is like, look, I'll also say this, like before about, I don't know, 10 years ago, it was like considered a hard-earned privilege that you usually had to, like demonstrate talent and ability to have like the ability to speak in front of thousands of people at a time. Like it wasn't just something awarded to you. And like perhaps it's like good and not bad that people can use social media to connect with large audiences, in a straightforward way. I would suspect that all of this could be credited to that as well. The flip side of it though is that this method also lets in that mother. It lets in an idiot like that guy and gives him a platform because I mean, what is he even good at? 2K?
Adin? No, not. I mean, he was like.
What is it like?
He was funny. He was funny. He was like, funny. He had like a decent nature about him. Like he had a funny disposition. I'm being fair. Come on, guys. Like as a content creator, remove the last like 3 or 4 years. Like remove the Andrew Tate.
Like prior to this shit. What was that?
Pre-Andrew Tate, he would play 2K, play COD. That's whatever. But that wasn't the reason why he blew up. The reason why I blew up was because he would make a mockery of himself, like a jester, right? In front of very famous people. And I think like there was something to that. Like he did do a lot of the stuff that like I think Kai does right now and does very well without, Kai does it also very well in a much more manageable and normal and relatively brand friendly way. Whereas Adin was also kind of funny and did a lot of like cool shit, did a lot of like celebrity collabs and things of that nature. And there is space for someone who makes a mockery of themselves in an intentional way. It's just that I think at a certain point he leveled up the self-harm to a degree where he just became like a kind of hateful person. He like really rode the Andrew Tate shit, got really invested in the gambling. A lot of these guys got a lot of bags, like big ass bags from the crypto casino, stake.com, and they just never look back. And it's weird because like people still find this to be authentic, not realizing that it is the most inauthentic thing you can do, which is get tens of millions of dollars from a cryptocurrency casino and you know, say some of the most unhinged shit to desperately clip farm and generate content that way and develop a community of serial doxers, Nazis, and harassers. And when I say Nazis, I'm not being woke. I mean like literally neo-Nazis. Like one of his emos was straight up the Groiper meme of like the greedy merchant meme, but with Aiden's face. Like that's his community. How nuts is that?
I mean, it's like, it's very sad. It's sad. It's also just, it's sad not just because it's like, it's weird to see, like, it's just definitionally, in the same way that it's sad to see Kanye be like, I love Hitler. Like, it's weird. It's sad to see a Jewish guy be like, I love Hitler. And it's sad to think that, like, he has reach.
And yeah, chat forgets we used to be on good terms. Exactly. Like, I was actively trying to help him out. Ball, dude? I'm live right now. But what is this? What is this? I'm showing you. I'm showing you to everyone. Look at this guy. Yeah. There was I was trying to be a unk. I was trying to be a good unk, okay? And he went with the bad unk. He went with Andrew Tate. That's what happened. Which way Western man happened, okay? Which way Western man? On the one hand, you got Hasanabi who paints his nails and is gay, okay? And on the other hand, you have Andrew Tate, who is like way gayer than me, by the way, with the way that he dresses. Like, it's crazy how gay he dresses, and like people still think that's the beacon of straight.
It's true. He does look like a waiter.
So
he looks
Euro.
like a waiter in Vanderpump.
He's so Euro, bro. Exactly. Anyway,
like he should be getting me mozzarella sticks at Sir.
that's besides the point. My point is, my point is he chose his lane, and in that process, he became this like angry person, like incredibly angry person, and slowly but surely, he leveled up on that anger and resentment and frustration and right-wing politics, and he basically maxed out. Now he wants to turn back, but he's still doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt with what I'm saying. Like, no, he was. Okay, I'll be real. Guys, listen.
And the saddest part about it is like I tried communicating to him that if he goes down this pathway, he's going to become the person that he is now.
Okay, but bro,
in the process, he got like addicted.
Hassan.
What?
He said, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's true.
He said,
okay,
take
fair.
it with a grain of salt.
That's fair.
With a grain of salt.
Yeah, I tried to save him from the Kanye too back in the day. Anyway, my point is, a lot of the stuff that I said. Yeah, this is the gayest tone tweet. Jewish guy who's so dumb he gets convinced to be a Nazi is still such a top tier character. Yeah, this motherfucker to get unbanned from Twitch, and he's throwing up a Sig Heil, bro. Like, what are you doing?
It's cheap. It's beyond childish.
So yeah, it's just, God, it makes me sad. It makes me sad because like it didn't have to be this way. You know what I mean? Like because I think about not only like what this has done to him and probably his own like his own mindset, his own psyche, but also on top of that, like there are now thousands, if not millions of young boys who also think this is so cool. They're being corny.
Gavin Newsom's son, dude.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, if Charlie Kirk is, although
it's so busted.
It's bad.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is, you know, people see this kind of shit. So if you do want to be unbanned, you can't do this kind of shit. You shouldn't do this kind of shit regardless. But it's also incredibly stupid if you do this kind of shit. Yeah, there was also when he told a viewer he would give him $20,000 if his brother's because he watches me. He offered $1 million to find dirt on me. He told me to kill myself. There were so many things that he's done. When you do stuff like that, okay, if you think that some 45-year-olds are not actually seeing that and going, well, I don't want that toxicity because it will carry over not just to Hasan, but other content creators as well, then you'd be wrong. Okay?
Yeah, I don't really see why you would let a guy in your house who's just going to like smear shit on walls.
That's
seems
it.
bad for everyone.
That's it. It's like, it's poison. Like, that is why a lot of these dudes that do stuff like this and then consistently level up in the toxicity and the harassment campaigns against other content creators, like, They don't realize they're doing it to themselves. There is no accountability at all. And people always say that about me. They're like, Hasan, you never get held accountable or whatever. But it's like, I'm not doing that.
I'm technically not losing, yes. However, I do want to say that it's still addicting. I still do it off stream all the time. Like, I was just doing it like before I called you. So
okay, but don't put that on your fan base too. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, whatever. You're not gonna listen to me. It's clear. I keep telling you not to do it, but you keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff.
What is he talking about?
Gambling.
Oh.
I was trying to get him to stop gambling. I tried to get him to stop gambling over and over again. I tried to tell him like, don't take the bag. And the example of a person who I had zero impact on, who actually made that exact same decision on their own, is Kai Cenat. I never told Kai Cenat not to do any of this shit, and perhaps that was a good thing because clearly nobody.
Yeah, great records.
Yeah,
so far.
nobody listens to me. People just like do the exact opposite of what I tell them. But Kai didn't do any of that shit, and look at him now. Do you understand? Like you have to take a little bit of accountability for your actions. Okay. You got to take a little bit of accountability for your actions. You got to sack up. You're a goddamn adult. You know what I mean? Hasan has a 0% success rate with these people. It's because the areas of impact where I am successful are invisible because you don't think about it. That's the only reason. But when I'm unsuccessful, it's very public.
Is the shirtless thing part of his bit too?
I mean, it's not even a bit. I think it's just who he is.
Okay. All right. I get what you're saying, but the Phil's thing is what I was like, all right, the Phil's.
How do you keep thinking that you can little bro people that you barely know, man? First of all, little bro people that I barely know. I knew this person a lot better than Andrew Tate did. What are you talking about?
Thing is up. It's wrong. I get that. But if it's raw balance, you know, it's my money and I get I'm being paid to do it. It's still it's not fake gambling anymore at that point. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's called scamming.
No, I don't get what you're saying. Even so, I get it. I get what you're trying to say. I still don't agree with it. It doesn't matter. You're like, oh man, I'm just like losing my own money. Who cares? It's like, okay. You're still.
Okay, I know what you're saying. Either way, I think if you gamble, you're gonna lose, and I make that very clear, and everyone knows that. But
look, the only thing that is gonna make you stop, I know for a fact, is when Steak is like, all right, we're no longer paying these mother. And then you're still going to gamble probably, but not as much as you do. And you're not going to move to Toronto for it. Anyway, all right. So what did you want to talk about? You want to talk about politics? Here? Well, yeah. It just makes me sad, dude. I tried my best. I tried for like a year plus, almost 2 years.
If they don't you, obviously Twitch don't Adin. You know what I'm saying? Dan Clancy got something, you know what I'm saying? They will look at what you do on every other off-platform activities.
But it makes sense. It makes sense as to why, they would do that. You know what I mean? Like, of course, because the shit he's doing off platform isn't just like marginal shit. I don't know why other content creators like refuse to understand this. Like, it's not, how do I explain this in a way that people can comprehend? Like, what is a good analogy here? Like, it's not a minor infraction that they're like holding you accountable over. It's like major, you know? Like denying the Holocaust is major, okay? Is not like minor in the eyes of these platforms, at least for the time being.
Well, and also he's big. Like he's not just going to show up and have like 10 viewers and he's just some guy. And like,
you're bringing your audience with you.
And on top of which it's like, there's like this is a business. And if like Adin Ross is going to engage with like the lead people on this platform, the people who generate content or whatever, and he like spreads his cancer everywhere, I guess, then the fear is that it spreads. It makes like, from a business perspective, it makes complete sense why you don't want somebody saying it's great. Like that's, I don't know. I'm not really sure you could ever convince me that it's a wise business decision to invite that. Or to invite somebody who's like even saying it just to like trigger or provoke an outrage and like thinks that that's like a line to cross.
I'm talking Facebook.
Clipping out of context real quick. Good.
I'm talking IG. I'm talking Snapchat. I'm talking, Skype, all type of shit. They will watch what you do. And if they not what you do, they will never unban you, bro.
Yeah.
They will never unban you. So yes, they have been watching Adin.
Yeah, that's why when people say, "Oh, he got banned 3 years ago for like unmoderated chat or whatever," which by the way, they never say what was going on in the unmoderated chat. They never mentioned that. It was just Sig Heils, left and right. But yeah, that's not the main reason why you don't get unbanned. Okay, another good example of this is Speed. Okay, look at Speed now. Speed is unbanned from Twitch. Look at Speed now. Why is he unbanned from Twitch? It's not just because he became a large content creator. He became one of the largest content creators, but also in the process, while he was becoming a larger content creator, he literally stopped doing the shit that he was doing when he was like 16, 17 that caused him to get banned to begin with. That's it. Like, why won't anybody, won't anyone who, any of these other content creators who are literally older than Speed not recognize that? It's just accountability, like, and owning up to your mistakes and like trying to become better, trying to become a healthier person.
If you don't own up to them as mistakes and you don't listen when people call them mistakes and you don't do that, then people might get the impression that you don't think they were mistakes. Maybe
because they don't think
your actions and what you say and what you do and how you're perceived are in effect the definition of what you are to other people. Ice Poseidon has been banned for so goddamn long, and Aiden's gonna be just like that. I don't know. Maybe they will unban Aiden. I don't know. Like, I have no say in this matter, contrary to what people think I have a say on. But yeah, someone made a baseball analogy, and I think it's important. It's a decent one. Disagreeing with the ref and getting ejected from one game versus assaulting another player and consistently making threats to do it again. Or rather, disagreeing with the ref and getting ejected from one game and then continuing to go and play basketball and like fighting people in the basketball courts. People are going to be like, okay, I don't want you to play baseball no more. Yeah, on like the pickup courts across the street with like the weird, with like those really weird.
Yeah, you got ejected from the baseball game. You went over and you started beating the shit out of people on the other courts. They see that. They're going to be like, okay, well, clearly you're a danger.
Dude, and if they not you, dude, they will never unban you, bro. They will never unban you. So yes, they were watching. They have been watching Adin. And I know for a fact they've been watching Adin.
Dude, what is up with Twitter clips, bro? What's going on?
You're telling me the Everything app's videos don't load properly? It's shocked.
Like 50 seconds.
I'm
shocked. Like I had to restart
doing
it.
Strains with a particular and all talk stopped.
Yeah, he's right.
All talk ceased.
Yeah, Rage is 100% right about this. Yeah, he's talking about Fuentes and shit and Sneako.
I was so mad. I was like, Adin, why the are you streaming with this bro? But that just told me
Yeah, he is illiterate.
What does a fast?
I'm sure you've seen this before.
I have, but not in a minute.
It means you are a far right authorization ultranalytic. Oh my God, ultra analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism.
I mean, he grew from this. He like learned what it was and was like, "This is awesome."
He got to sentences.
Yeah, he learned what these characterizations were, and was like,
said they're good.
Yeah,
forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God, I don't know what fascism is. I don't know.
It reminds me of the thing
Benito
from 40-Year-Old
Mussolini
Virgin,
and
like,
Givialdi.
the Kevin Harpett and 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he's like, all right, you're using a lot of big words at me. I'm going to have to take that as a sign of disrespect. That's how that feels to me.
Yeah.
Gentile. And Jason Stanley. Like, who the f*** are these people, bro? Never heard of my life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo!
Nazi party led by Adolf Hitler. Yo! Now he's...
Sorry, I didn't know that Adin Ross said the words Jason Stanley.
But, oh, this is the other funny thing. Like, Adin Ross and Ethan Klein are saying the same. Look at this. Look.
Why do people think I've never denied the Holocaust.
The
Platform
Holocaust.
neo-Nazis. He platformed terrorists. I platformed Nick Fuentes.
Thank you, Ethan Klein. Very cool, Ethan Klein. Yo, Ethan Klein's got a lot of good allies in this fight. Let me tell you, okay? He's got Sex Pestiny. He's got Elon Musk. He's got Adin Ross, apparently. Keemstar. All the best and brightest have come together. Asmongold. Okay? Mother built their Legion of Doom and still thinks he's like, I'm a progressive. I'm pro-Palestine. Tim Pool. Quarter pounder.
Anti-Semitic artwork as his official emotes. I don't even do my emotes. It's Prismo and Lico and Citrus. Like, bro, uses massage.
Like, I don't want anyone to be permabanned from any platform. Okay, I'm a content creator. I also talk about a lot of stuff that people in positions of power don't want me to talk about. Okay. That's precisely the reason why, even though I don't say anything anti-Semitic because I'm not an anti-Semite, people constantly lose their shit and try to smear me as one. Why? Because I'm anti-Israel, and you can't be that, okay? Now, because of that reason, I understand censorship being a obvious weapon to wield against someone like myself, okay? It's both self-preservation and also the principle that I think, you know, it's not a good thing to permanently ban people from platforms. But the problem is, if you keep doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on this dumb shit, like, of course they're not going to ban you, man. I want Adin Ross to get better. Okay? I want him to get better. I don't want him to platform Nazis. I want him to be like, you know what? I've learned from the past. I shouldn't do any of this shit. And I'm going to actively work against doing this shit. Okay? But it's just crazy that he just like doesn't realize why this is happening and then just thinks, nah, it's because of Hasan or some shit.
Modernistic rhetoric. What? I make it very clear. Girls are very good at a set of things, and men are very good at a set of things. It's fact.
Hasan's misogynistic rhetoric. Girls are from Jupiter, and boys are from Mars. Straight up.
Anyway, it's just like, ugh. Yeah, I saw another one of these things as well. I saw Sneako, who's on his like, I'm getting better arc. Okay. Sneako's on his like, I'm a liberal now arc recently, okay? And it's kind of funny because I actually did watch. Here's what happened. This morning, this video popped up on my feed. Ramadan is much more than skipping lunch. Why did I watch this video? Because there's a lot of random right-wing accounts that are constantly now chirping about how like Ramadan is just skipping lunch. You guys are so weak and pathetic. It's the same people that would die or kill themselves if they couldn't get a Twinkie, talking about how like, oh, it's totally easy to just not eat from sunup to sundown and also not drink water from sunup to sundown while doing your daily activities.
Yeah, Jews do that once a year and we sit still the whole time. You know, like, I would never in my life step to Ramadan on that one.
Yeah. And as someone who doesn't participate in fasting but has fasted in the past during Ramadan just to try it out, let me tell you, that shit is not easy, okay? It's not easy at all. So it's kind of funny that American treatlerites are just like, oh, it's so simple. I mean, the reason why I brought that up is because I watched this and I was like, oh, wait, maybe he's turning a new leaf. And then I saw his account because I was like, what's he about? What's he doing? The day prior to this video, on March 6th, 2 days before, this is the video that he posted.
It's the website where you get banned if you extend your arm too far unless you're black like Kevin Hart. Where you can call for assassination of a U.S. senator if you do the humiliation ritual.
Yeah,
What?
I did the humiliation ritual. I played dodgeball and Dan Clancy was on my team. So that was my humiliation ritual.
To wish PTSD on American soldiers if you're a fat industry plant. This website is
Bro posted the ADL statement as someone who is not only
I was about to say
not only a revert but a Holocaust denier and also simultaneously like is supposed to be like is supposed to be pro-Palestine. I think he is. I don't know. Like, it is crazy. Also, calling Frogan an industry plant is hilarious. Yeah, dude.
This website is unfortunately the main source of live streaming. What's
Mr. Pro-Palestine plastering on his YouTube video a tweet that he printed out from the ADL.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
website is unfortunately the main source of live streaming. What started as Justin.tv was sold to Amazon in 2014 for $1 billion.
Is this paper thing his bit?
Yeah.
deserve 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
Then slowly it became the place where people block traffic at a convention center dressed in cat ears convene on.
Yeah, they're all woke and gay. That's the other thing. It's like Twitch became woke and gay.
Wait, what did the Chocolate Rain do, guy?
I don't
What did
know.
he do?
Dressed in cat ears convene online.
Chocolate
like
rain.
if Portland, Oregon was a website. Autistic white people, before they knew what autism was. Normal people didn't and still don't know that there's an audience of people that watch an animated mouse play Fortnite for hours. Anyway, fast forward a couple years and there's a 30-year-old man with red hair who's flossing on Jimmy
Bro,
Fallon.
I
Normal
didn't
people
know
are
there-
like,
this is, I mean, I assume
Then why
it's
do you
just-
want to be on it?
I
Why do you want to
assume-
be on it? Why do you want to be on the platform if you hate it so much?
I assume that this is just like, it's the same thing for another 3 minutes. Like, does it advance?
I don't know. We'll
why
see.
is there a 30-year-old man with red hair flossing on Jimmy Fallon? And suddenly out of nowhere, this Jewish kid pops up and changes streaming forever. He's playing 2K and LeBron James calls him up. The biggest rappers are pulling up to freestyle. This kid is making more money than the celebrities coming on his stream. He's bringing on cute girls to flirt. He's joking late night with his friends. He's doing what regular people do. Suddenly,
Wait, pause.
Twitch isn't autistic and gender fluid
One
anymore.
is like, okay, break this down for me.
No, the non-autistic and non-gender fluid thing to do is act like a gay guy around rappers who get uncomfortable by it. that's what yeah, like that's what it is. You so like regular people.
you know what I wouldn't call
regular people who call up LeBron.
You know what I wouldn't call that? I would not call that a humiliation ritual.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Definitely not.
Yeah, regular people who have the
Regular
capacity to just dial up LeBron and then,
Right.
but like there is some truth to like, I mean, I guess there is not a lot of truth to what he's saying, but like, yeah, Adin Ross was a very popular content creator and did all of this stuff. And it was good when he was doing all of this stuff. And I think he brought a lot of attention to Twitch as well. And it was a good thing. And he brought a lot of celebrities onto Twitch as well. And then the torch was carried on by Kai Cenat as well, for sure. And many other content creators now.
Suddenly, Twitch is mainstream. Then naturally,
No, Twitch was...
No, come on.
Time out the hate. Time out the hate. Time out. By the way, that's my favorite meme because, what is it? Kraft,
Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft's like time out the hate
Oh
campaign.
my God!
was
Snoop Dogg? Did you see the commercial?
No. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about with Shaq when he was like time out.
Yes.
That happened when Israel invaded Lebanon, and that is a famous fucking Hezbollah does to say like you come in vertical, you leave horizontal, like you leave in caskets. So like this was literally like a call sign for Hezbollah to the Israeli troops. When they do this, that means you come in vertical and you leave horizontal in caskets. So Robert Kraft coming out with that and making Shaq do that was hilarious.
That's reappropriation, dog.
Right as Israel was invading Lebanon, mind you. Anyway, but yeah, that's why I always go time out the hate. It's my favorite thing to do.
I also like putting like Sharpie scribble over Ninja's face.
Yeah. No, Twitch was absolutely mainstream
Twitch,
because
I was
of
gonna say,
this.
right? I was like that guy, like cover of ESPN magazine.
Yeah, you can't.
Super Bowl, the Drake stream,
You
Travis
can't-
Scott.
You
Come on.
can't say this red-haired 30-year-old was flossing on Jimmy Fallon and then go Aiden made Twitch mainstream.
Yeah, there and also
No, he made Twitch mainstream.
No, but like the arc that he's painting is that like the arc of Twitch in this like moron style version is that like the thing becomes mainstream, but it like slipped its it's slipped the bonds. It moved beyond the like red hair like gay boy stuff, and they elevated this just objective normal guy who gets all the attention.
What's good, big dog?
And then, of course, he's about to say, and then they
Believe this
couldn't
kid
handle this normal,
starts
awesome
maturing
guy.
and learning about the world. How politics and fake morality extend far beyond just the government.
They also hate Pokemon. That's like
Yeah.
I know
Well,
exactly.
He said
No.
fake morality. Is
Yeah,
the-
no, this is a clip that is like in perpetuity, always repeated from like 2016 or something when she says, I think she says the N-word in this. And literally they always bring this shit up. They'll be like, she's fake. She's fake. She does fake morality. They say the same shit about me as well, where they're like, yeah, she was 17 years old. you know, and has apologized for it a million times over, obviously, and it's not.
Morality extend far beyond just the government. How the entertainment industry is held together by fake friendships. To make it on Twitch, you
Okay,
gotta
that's pretty
fake it.
good.
Yeah, it's
The
all these.
entertainment industry is held together by fake friends.
I wonder because I saw like Jeffrey Epstein, the Israel flag on that thing initially. So I wonder how he's gonna slap that back onto the collage when he literally started off with a ADL poster. And also, anti-Israel content creators are bad. Like, look at this. Look at the Mossad, Israel, Robert Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein. Also, the ADL was right to demand that Frogan get banned because she hurt the feelings of the American military. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on. Like, she literally, listen. Yes, what she said was, you know, something that people got really up in their feelings about. It's no different than what a million other content creators have said in the past, okay? In terms of like, yeah, if you go out there and you don't feel any, if you're someone who joins the military and you go out there and you don't feel any kind of like, if you don't feel that you did a bad thing and you actively talk about how awesome it is and you actively defend it, and your output, basically, if you don't have any remorse whatsoever, then, you know, bleep, I'm not going to say the rest of it. Was it spicy? Absolutely. Okay. It was absolutely a spicy thing to say. It was a hot button topic at a hot button time when everyone was actively coming after her. She got banned for it. Not even for that, but she got banned for the hummus thing. All right. Doesn't matter if ex-military dudes agree with her. At the end of the day, Twitch didn't. Okay. She got banned for it.
Two genders, you'll get banned for unmoderated chat. Twitch is it's retarded that an American company has decided freedom of speech doesn't matter. It's retarded how they created their own system of morality
He really
through the
likes that
voices of
word.
multi-millionaire streamers who tell you to eat the rich. Through the voices of women whose job it is to cry on camera so pathetic men can fall in love through the screen. But it starts to make sense when you see
Yeah, dude, you're never getting unbanned, big dog. I'm gonna be
you are.
honest.
I gotta be. Yeah.
Like, what the like you can think it's because you're like based, but like no,
Yeah, no,
it's because you're brain dead. Like it's just like it's so stupid. It's like
it's so dumb.
it's so unimaginably stupid, dude. Oh my god! Like
And
what?
they also just it's. I just like the idea of it's also like we're gonna say that word over and over again, and I'm gonna like smile and like break character a bit as I'm saying it because I have like the emotional regulation of an 8-year-old. Like all of it is just so
Dude,
like
it's funny because like these are the motherfuckers who need a job, bro. People,
they do need a job.
Like you need a job, brother. What are you doing? Get a job. Get a job.
If he
see
needs
who their
help with the
CEO
forms,
is.
we could do
a
that,
serial
but-
masturbator, a gooner. That's it.
What?
I was doing plenty.
Bro, this is, by the way, this is literally like a rehashing of Ethan Klein's nuke with some exceptions. He doesn't shit on like he on Frogan, but not Pokimane and Cinna and Valkyrie. But like aside from that, this literally is a condensed version, I think, of Ethan Klein's nuke. Oh man, how
Wait,
funny.
what's the trans 9/11? Oh, it's because you have to be trans to say that. I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I
No,
got
no,
it.
you come on, dude.
I know we don't
Keep
have to
up.
retread it.
Keep up.
This is symbolism. I had to
Keep up,
process
keep
the
up.
symbols.
Keep up.
Plenty of research and stopped when he showed his algorithm was a bunch of porn stars floating in hot tubs. CEO Dan Clancy is a pathetic libtard with no backbone, who makes a big speech boasting about new
You know what? I'm
descriptive
gonna go out on a
censorship
limb
policy.
here, and I'm
Also,
gonna say
he's-
that he doesn't really want to get unbanned.
Yeah, I think he's just farming it.
Yeah.
Wait, he did a Muslims didn't do 9/11 video. Anyway, made some great points though. Twitch is woke and gay.
Twitch is woke.
Oh wait, he goes back to
ooh.
he goes back to Rashid Al Haddad, who is not a Houthi, by the way.
policies and then bans me a week later for off-platform behavior. What the f- is off-platform behavior?
This, it's this,
Yeah, that's
this video. You can point to this video. You know,
I like the idea of also like off-platform behaviors if it's like this mystical concept
He has
instead of
I'm beginning to think he's apolitical, by the way, because I'm noticing that he has the signature telltale sign of an apolitical man, which is unlimited support for Donald Trump. Yeah, why are you shitting on this guy? Clearly his interest. You're right. I'm so sorry.
Did I make a Nazi salute in my sleep? He enacts policy where streamers are supposed to be unbanned after 2 years, but refuses to follow through if he's an enemy of his lapdog. If Dan Clancy was...
Oh, I'm the one who kept him banned. Okay, got it. By the way, the funniest like early one-sided beef that I had that I didn't even know I had was with Sneako. Apparently, I played somewhat of a formative role in him like diving into the right-wing pipeline because I thought that there was some such. Yeah, Sneako, Jews don't control the media, Turks do. Yeah, that's Ethan Klein as well.
We're gonna do it. Jews versus Turks, who controls the media charity boxing match to figure that one, to get to the bottom of that one.
Yeah, he.
Actually, if it's a boxing match, I think we know who will control the media after that. If it's between us, at least.
You gotta.
That's right. That's right. I'm
not gonna fight you. Give me Michael Rappaport at least. You know what I mean?
He would grift the MAGA right wing just like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg did after Trump won. But he is. So when the ADL is applying pressure because his lapdog is promoting registered terrorists.
This is, by the way, this is what I was talking about with the Yahya Sinwar thing, because he's like, why do people call Yahya Sinwar a terrorist? And then also turns around and holds up the ADL sign and says like Rashid al-Haddad is a Houthi. And it's like, dog, what is your worldview? I'm so confused. Do you see what I'm saying, chatters? Like it wasn't even a judgment about what he's saying about Yahya Sinwar. More so that on the one hand, he's saying this. On the other, he's like, yeah, Hasan platform terrorists, which literally at the time of my interview, even if he was a Houthi, Joe Biden had actually taken them off the terror list before he did Operation Prosperity Guardian. But that doesn't even matter. None of that matters. Why did I join bros wearing a MAGA hat? Because I'm apolitical, dog.
Is promoting registered terrorists. He banned Sneako and Fresh and Fit instead. Here's why Twitch will inevitably...
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe it's because what you're presenting is not the truth, okay? I didn't get banned for interviewing a random Yemeni teenager who wasn't a part of the Ansar Allah movement, or even if he would have been a part of the Ansar Allah movement at the time, which he wasn't, he still would not have been a registered terror organization, according to the Brandon administration. And me having a conversation with him is not a violation of the terms of service. But you know what is a violation of the terms of service? Denying the Holocaust, which both you and Myron did.
Also, like, I just gotta say, it's not exactly like, I mean, I would say it's incredibly lame and not classy to just constantly use the R word over and over and over and over and over and over again like this. But it does seem that there's also like I don't think he wants to convince people of anything, really, obviously, because you wouldn't frame or dress up this whole thing but with like that word being the punchline for everything. You know what I mean? Like this is like this. It's part of what feels. It just adds to the sense of this whole thing being just such a grift.
Yeah.
Twitch blew up because of Adin Ross and then threw him away. And we're trying to maintain some semblance of moral consistency. All of social media is seeing through the clown.
But he's literally directly agreeing with Ethan Klein and Elon Musk in this process. For the record. Yeah, Ethan Klein gets a 30-day ban on Twitch.
Like your friends, Ethan?
Damn, Ethan.
Like your friends, Ethan?
Ethan, you got some...
Ethan, you got homies.
Ethan, you got
some ride or die.
You got some shooters, Ethan.
Yeah, you got some great friends.
Yeah.
Some great friends.
It's so funny because, like, that's why I said, like, these guys unite on one principle alone. There's no, like, firmly held convictions on anything other than this guy, Hassan.
Yes, I was
that's
about
it.
Yeah,
like, no... It's crazy. God. Like these dudes have no genuine interest in like changing the world for the better, certainly, or even for the worse. Honestly, they're just responding to whatever they're seeing immediately in front of them, and it happens to be me. It seems.
Media is seeing through the clown show. What Twitch doesn't seem to realize is that these websites don't survive without real creators. Why else?
Yeah, also, I love this guy saying own the media, and then literally talking about Elon Musk, who does own the media.
Yeah, who owns who's
he
the
literally
owner of the media with the thing behind. I mean, whatever. You're just,
none of it
all
makes
right,
sense.
like
There's no.
This is he's just. I honestly, I didn't think writing like this was possible, but Sneako's doing it.
Yeah.
What Twitch doesn't seem to realize is that these websites don't survive without real creators. Why else am I still alive? Creators like Adin Ross should have been given a seat at the investors table. That's why I stream on Party now.
Okay, the rest of this is ridiculous. Ay. Oh my lord. But yeah, my point is, I think that
My
a
point
lot
is
of
Hasan address.
what.
No, I was just making fun.
My point is that a lot of these guys would get unbanned. Okay, they would if they actually showed that they weren't heads. Okay, that's the problem. They don't want to do that. And it's not a humiliation ritual. It's just like, you're wrong objectively. You're objectively in the wrong here. And the wrong information that you're spreading is like also fairly violent. Okay. And that's the reason why, that is precisely the reason why a lot of these companies are just going to be like, yeah, we're not going to ban
ways
you.
where like you talk in language that like if anybody said that at their workplace, at school, to their parents, they would get slapped upside the head and like to escort it off the premises. Like that to me is like one of the, like there's like a register in which you can talk to like your hogs on a streaming platform, but that you're really not allowed to do in like daily life. But for whatever reason, these people think that actually those are like the same, and that they can encourage it and demand the same kind of respect, even though they sound like an eighth grader, like an eighth, a bad kid, like a distinct case of like bad kid syndrome.
One of the things that does genuinely frustrate me, on the other hand, is that like I have, look, the repercussions that I've faced for standing by my convictions in terms of my worldview, in terms of the things that I say that obviously like go against mainstream narratives and whatnot. I've eaten those bans. I have. And those repercussions are obviously inconsequential in comparison to the suffering that I try to address on this broadcast. So it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. And I do try to the best of my ability, retain my platform so that I can continue speaking truth to power. But what's very frustrating about this is that these guys are so phony. Like, they don't have firmly held convictions. They don't have like a fully flushed out worldview, a well-established worldview. And yet they constantly point the finger at other people and go, you're fake and gay. You're fake and you're actually...
Your morals, those are fake morals. Your morality's fake.
Yeah.
The
also you platform terrorists.
Yeah.
Like the
thing that thing they call the golden rule about treating others as you like to be treated. Yeah, fake and gay.
Yeah. In any case, we also have this, obviously.
Picking up after playtime, fake and gay.
Yeah, here's the fun little thing that America's doing. This is from the Forward, as a matter of fact. State Department plan to deport pro-Hamas students, relies on a 1952 law that targeted Jews. Jewish Holocaust survivors suspected of Soviet sympathies were subject to the McCarran-Walter Act.
I mean, listen, the internal security, it's in the middle of the Korean War. There's this, it's a whole, like in 47, it was a Democratic president who passed a loyalty pledge for all federal employees, or demanded one. Like that whole era was rife with going after some JOOs who had communist.
Yeah, Jared Kushner's family was nearly prevented from immigrating because of that law.
Well...
What? Deplatform Stable, Ronaldo, Lazy, and PBM? Why the f would I do that? What are you saying? First of all, I don't have that power anyway, dumbasses. And secondly, like, why? What do you mean? Like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody says some shit sometimes that could be misconstrued, okay? Or sometimes they are misinformed, okay? That's fine. That happens. Not saying that those guys did that, by the way. I'm just simply stating that, like, a lot of these platforms are very understanding. Okay, I mean, look at Asmongold. He says whatever the f he wants. Okay, on a daily basis, and it seems like, you know, you think Twitch doesn't know that? No, they do, right? Like, the point is, there are also people that just like go above and beyond. Like, if you're actively denying the Holocaust, like, yeah, of course, no company, at least for the time being, because that is still, luckily, still considered, something that is completely and utterly inappropriate. You're gonna have a hard time getting back on the platform. That's
well,
it.
now you've put a thought in my head, which is imagining like Asmongold cutting like commercials for like big brands.
Yeah,
let's
he's
make
gonna do it. Time out the hate.